Do you feel like the people around you, the friends that you have, don't resonate with you? It's like their way of thinking is so drastic. I wouldn't say they are more immature than me or mature, but it's more like their level of thinking is not the same. Like, for my age, which is pretty young, not that young, but young, and they're stingy in a way. But maybe that's a projection of me onto them, but I can't describe it. It's not just small factors like that, but it's just I can never understand, because I've never found a friend that I've strongly resonated with. At an older age like this. Like, sure, I've met a lot throughout my middle school, but when I go into adulthood, there's just such a drastic change that I can't point my finger to. And it's so difficult because I can't point a finger as to why the people around me, I just feel like stuck. Like I can't really show who I am deeply as a person when I hang out with these people. Like I always have to, in a way, overthink about it. Not overthinking in the way that, I have to, oh no, it is like that. I have to overthink about my own actions and how I talk to them. And that just puts stress on me. It's like, in a sense, I babysit them. Like me personally, I'm someone who takes a lot of responsibility and is always cautious. Around, like, in accordance to my surroundings. Like I'm really socially aware. Like when there's danger or the times that we have to get somewhere, I'm very cautious. Yet the people I'm surrounded with, it's like they lack that, or they don't bother or care enough. To really double check these things. There are people who just check once and say, oh yeah, looks good. And then at the end of it, they'll miss or they'll be late. And I hate it because I constantly have to remind them, oh yeah, remember about this? Oh yes, remember that we have this. And it's because of me they are kept in check. I almost feel like a mother. And they jokingly always joke that, oh, you're like a mother. You're always double checking for things like that. And I don't really like it. Like, even in terms of navigation, Like, I don't know what it is, but they lack a sense of direction. Sometimes I understand I can be overbearing, so sometimes I just try and let it be and let them guide me. But every instance I've done that, not every single one, but most of them, it just turns out badly. And this one time, I let them navigate a direction towards somewhere, and I just let it be. Like, I just let myself relax and stop being so overbearing and stressful about how they could get it wrong. But then it turned out we were walking in the wrong direction. And it's not just once that this happens. If it's just once, who cares? But if it's like a repeating occurrence, like all the time, it just gets on my nerves. Like, why am I in this position where I have to constantly remind them, remember to go direction? Or usually I'm the one that's commanding the way. And I personally don't like that. Like, constantly having to double check them all the time. Like, I want some time where, I can be the one that just follows along the way and not have to think about it. And ultimately, I don't enjoy myself as much or the place we're going to because I have to double check them. And I think it comes down to competency. That's a good word to put it. Competency. Where they just, of course they're competent in other things. I'm not saying, they are stupid. No. They're not like that. But I think a good way to put it is they're book smart, but not street smart. If that makes sense. I understand that. And how I became friends with them. Because for me, this might sound a bit full of myself, but academically, I do pretty well. And that's what people would say, that's book smart. You know how to memorize things and just put it down a piece of paper essay. That's book smart. You just absorb information and then you blurt it out and then you get a good mark. Book smart. But when it's street smart, I think primarily it's a lot about social awareness as well. And I feel like they really lack that. But like I just said, it's so overbearing. Like, I have to keep looking over them. And I just dislike it so much. And people say, yeah, just get new friends. Just get new people. And I question myself, yeah, why don't I do that either? Why don't I do that either? But the thing is, the people, the place where I live, all the people around here, they don't follow ambitions or goals or anything special. Some do in the city where I live, But my area is a place that usually old people would live in. Not a place for youngsters. Not for people with ambition. So it's hard. I know I should be moving out. I know I should. But it's so difficult financially. So difficult. Like, I've travelled around and I know that the people I've met outside my area, you can't compare to them. They're just so much more open and so much more freeing. And their actions that they do, they don't think twice about it. They just do it. They don't overthink it. And I want to get those traits. But I feel like with the people I'm around with, or the area that I'm in general, they love comfortability. They love just living in the same place, same job, same people. Because it's comfortable with everything that's happening around, why not? I think it's good for some, but for me, maybe not. And maybe I think about my friends that way because maybe I'm just jealous of them. Like, this again might sound full of myself, but I'm jealous they have a friend like me. Because I feel like I bring them up. Like, I've gotten them so many opportunities towards jobs, careers, even traveling. Like, I've really helped them go up. Like, I've helped them keep in check. I've helped them improve academically. It's like that saying where you don't want to be the smartest person in the room, but yet I feel like I'm that. I'm not saying I'm the smartest, but I feel like I'm... like, there's no one pushing me towards greater things. It's just me pushing myself towards greater things. And that's what it is. And I think that's exactly how I feel. That no one else is pushing me towards a greater self. Like me. For me. And rather, I'm pushing other people towards their greater self. And I think that goes with my family as well. Because I've had so much time to reflect and think about my actions. I've gone to a point with things that people tell me around me. They're not... this sounds me, but I don't think they're doing greater than me. When I give a relativity, oh my god, I can't say it, but like, give it on a basis of my age. Like, I think for my age, I'm doing pretty well in my area. But whereas if you compare it to social media, that's a different spectrum. But I think it's because I know there are greater things out there. Because social media lets me see that, oh, I can be better. I can do greater things. But with this other people in this area around me pulling me down, I think that's a problem. Because when I travel and go to other areas, I feel so uplifted. Like, the people around me are so willing to talk things out. They bring such a warm energy. It's so welcoming. And the things that they've done, it's so incredible. And like that makes me want to reach my goals and do things that I want to do. And also do things that they've done. Because I feel I do best when I know a person and they're doing things that I want to do. So then I can talk to them. Or how did they do this? And it's not like they're going to just give it to me, but they'll just tell me and they'll give me some guidance to work towards something. And I really love that. I think I did have a friend like that. And she really pushed me so far. Like, I wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for her. The thing is, she's already moved away from my area. And I'm so happy for her that she did. Because I feel like she's doing so much better. And that's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I want. But I think for a few years now, I just have to keep pushing myself. And maybe it's better to just let those people go. But the thing is, if I let those people go, it's the same principle that I should let everybody go surrounding me. Because I think they do the same thing. And they just drag along for the ride. Tell me if you feel the same way.